What's up? It's Kreayshawn, and you're watching my exclusive interview on WILD949.com. It's crazy.
Oakland City represent. I'll address her as Your Majesty. Give it up for Kreayshawn, everybody.
Woo!
There's no one here. That's why I did that. There's no one here, but it's okay. It's okay. We're going to put some applause in afterwards, right, Martine?
Yep.
That's what we're going to do? Yeah, I respect it. So, Kreayshawn, I mean, I don't want to say overnight celebrity, but does it feel like it's just happening?
Yeah, it's happening, and it's definitely not slowing down. So
Yeah? Are you cool with that?
I'm cool, man. I can handle it. You know, some days are harder than others, but, you know, it's all a blessing.
A lot of criticism.
Yeah, well, you know, screw those
Curse
haters.
as much as you want.
Okay.
In fact, listen, I want you to be you.
Okay.
Okay?
Because I had to say sheesh and gosh.
To where? Why? When? What? As if cats in radio don't have a bleep button.
I like the bleep button. It makes me sound like dirty. Like,
yeah?
That bitch can't keep her fucking mouth clean.
I like that. But no, keep your mouth clean though. Dental health is very important.
Dental health
yes,
is very
absolutely.
important.
The kids need to learn that sort of thing. Although your message not really for kids,
twice
right?
a day. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I know I see the Mickey Mouses and the Hello Kitties and that sort of thing, but I don't know if your message is for children.
Well, you know, it's all about being yourself, you know.
Yeah.
These kids, you know, this 11-year-old who might be listening to Gucci Gucci is also listening to whatever else is on the radio at the same time.
And her older sister's probably on Adderall.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Trying to study, you know, for college. So you know what I'm saying?
Like, I know what you're spraying.
Yeah, it's did I spit on you?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's just all about being yourself, you know. So, you know, there's definitely a good message for girls behind that song.
Cool. So, I'm actually a fan of yours. And for a few reasons, okay? I'm a fan of you for a few reasons because, God, you have a lot of love. Not only from the industry, but from people out there who are like, cool, that girl looks like me, I'm going to support her, right?
Yeah.
You're not like Nicki Minaj. You're not like Lil' Kim. You're not like Foxy Brown. You're not like Kia. You're not like Trina.
Well, we're all not alike.
Yeah, that's true, but you're definitely not like them.
Why? Because I'm white?
She's white? You're white?
Oh, no, I have tattoos. I'm colored.
Oh, goodness. My goodness. I'm afraid. Is your credit score high? Kidding. So here's the question. A lot of people hating. Mm-hmm. Do you like that, or does that really affect you?
I don't know. You know, there's definitely a bigger group of lovers than haters.
Yeah.
You know, it's just easier to pay attention to the hate because it's so hateful. You know?
And I respect you because you did something that I've seen artists cower doing. And that's they put you in the thick and sent you to stations like Hot 97 in New York and the station in Philly, I forgot which one it is. And they put you in with for real hip-hop DJs who want to literally, because you're a white girl, number one, 2 from the West Coast,
West Side,
and 3 because you're rapping, wanted to annihilate you, and you took it.
They could I don't think anyone really annihilated me. I'm too cute and charming.
You didn't. You're cute too. Yeah, you are too cute.
You know, people meet me and then they realize that I'm really cute and charming, and you know, I'm a real ass bitch.
Disarm them?
So you know, either they just hate me from the gate and that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
Or they just end up loving me.
Where does that attitude come from? Is it from growing up in the Bay?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
You know, I think a lot of people from the Bay have that I don't give a fuck thing about them.
It. Tupac was from the Bay.
Yeah.
And he was the biggest I don't give a fucking-est dude ever. If
he
that's
didn't
even
give
a word.
no fuck.
Nah, for real. Speaking of Tupac, now, this is a cliche, corny question, but my barber today, when I got... Look at the fade.
Oh,
you like
damn.
It?
You came up fresh.
Yeah, King of Cuts, represent. I was like, yo, I'm about to go interview Kreayshawn tonight. And he's like, look, I want you to ask her, what are her hip-hop influences? Because he takes this hip-hop-ish seriously. And his lineup game seriously, too, by the way.
I can see that. Well, a lot of my hip-hop influences come from... They're pretty strange. Have you ever heard of Cool Keith?
Yes.
Yeah, he was one of my big hip-hop influences.
That's cool.
You know, I bought his record ASAP when I was like in the 4th grade. I got Sex Style, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, growing up in the 80s and the late 80s, the 90s, you hear a lot of like Nas, and that's when like hip-hop was like on the radio. It was actually like popping. It wasn't like some crazy electro. You know, but there's a whole bunch of stuff. You know, a lot of local artists. Mac Dre. My mom was on Mac Dre when I was young. She had She had the 17 Reasons CD, so I was slapping that and all that.
That's. I'm glad you brought up your mom because I want to ask you, how the hell does a white girl that looks like you, because you're a very, very small person. I'm 5'6" on a good day, and
My
I'm on my
mom's
tiptoes.
shorter than me.
Is she really? How does a white girl like you end up in East Oakland?
Because my mom, you know, struggling single parent.
And you were cool with it. You embraced it.
I was 10 years old. I was like, I don't want to leave my friends in San Francisco. We were living on 24th and Hampshire.
That ain't much better, by the way.
Yeah, that's not that much better, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, I didn't want to leave all my friends, but you know, I moved to Oakland, and the street I moved on to had like 20 kids on one block, so it was all good. Is
that where you met V Nasty?
Yeah, I met V Nasty out in Oakland on the block.
You know, it's interesting because when that whole controversy happened with the whole V Nasty thing, everyone was talking about, like, you know, these girls are like in way over their head. They're talking a lot about being gangsters and thugs and that sort of thing. And then I found out she actually did do time.
Yeah, she did.
And she is, I don't want to call her a criminal because that's not nice. But she's done some criminal things.
Yeah, you know, she's a good girl, but at the same time, you know, good girls make bad decisions.
Or get caught. Making one of those bad decisions. But there were other bad decisions that she didn't get caught for as well, right?
Oh, of course, you know.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. Being that you grew up in San Francisco.
Who are you, the Fed? You trying to get me to rat on me? Well, one time.
I'm sure the statute of limitations is over. I'm no lawyer, but I know one. Anyway, so you grew up in San Francisco till you were 10.
Yeah.
And then you moved to Oakland.
Yeah.
Niner Raider fight on Saturday. Your thoughts?
I'm a Raider fan.
You're a Raider fan?
Yeah.
Are you a Raider fan like you like the Raiders because you grew up in Oakland, or are you a Raider fan that will punch someone in the face for absolutely no reason?
I'm definitely a fan of the Raiders because I grew up in Oakland.
Okay,
but I will punch someone in the face for no reason.
Oh, good.
Non-related to the Raiders.
Yes, but will you punch them in their black hole? Hi-yo. I got her to laugh. She's cool. It's all good. So now you're living in L.A.
Yeah.
And do you like L.A.?
It's cool. You know, it's easy to work out of, but I think when my lease goes up, I'm going to move back up here.
Not to East Oakland?
No.
Good.
Maybe I'll move to Piedmont.
Oh. Because here's the deal. The deal with cats that come from the hood, right, is that everyone wants to pretend like, no, I'm still in the hood. But you're making money. I mean, rumor is, and wink twice if it's true, that you signed $1 million record deal.
You're looking for my wink. I'm not winking.
So if you signed $1 million record deal, right?
Yeah.
If you signed $1 million record deal,
you don't get $1 million. Just to let you know.
Oh, taxes and all that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, most of it goes to making your album. That's the whole deal. The deal is we're giving you money to make an album.
All right, stop there. We're going to get to that in a second. The reason I say this is if you did get $1 million, or we could turn this way. If you did get $1 million, right, and the rumor is that you got $1 million, if you go back to East Oakland, you know how many people are going to have their hand out?
Hey, you know how many times I've been to East Oakland since I supposedly signed that $1 million deal?
And how much money have you had to give out?
None.
How much weed have you had to share?
I share my weed.
Good. See, that's always nice.
I'm not a stingy person. So, like, when I see my old friends and we kicking and stuff, like, hey, I'll pay for dinner, you know?
Yeah.
Or, hey, like, y'all want to smoke and drink? You know, it's on me. But
I'm guessing dinner doesn't include the number 2 supersize at Arby's, right? No. Okay, good.
No.
But no, going back to not getting $1 million and all that sort of thing and making the album, you made Gucci on your own, right? On your own dime?
Yeah, we did that on the spare time. We filmed the video on spare time, and that was just like a little project we put out. We had no idea it was going to be like this crazy episode after that episode.
That is the craziest thing. So really, technically, you didn't need $1 million to make the album anyway. I mean, you could have just done it not on the cheap, but on the cheap.
Yeah, I mean, well, that was the plan before, because Gucci wasn't like the first song we made that was going to be on this album.
Yeah.
Like, we were going to put it out independently, you know, we had a little thing going, you know what I'm saying? And then the deal just got put on the table, and it was like, hey.
A bidding war.
Yeah.
A bidding war
happened. A bidding war popped off in the hood of the music industry.
It did. And it was so interesting because they not only paid whatever they paid for you for the music, they also paid for the talent. I mean, you're also an amazing video director.
Yeah, you know,
the editor director. Yes, she's her own boss.
Yeah.
Gold gloss. I don't know all the words.
It's okay.
I just know the parts that I know.
We'll work on it later.
Plus, there's certain parts I shouldn't be singing, right?
Hey, you got the swag and it's
My
pumping out your
pearl-handled kitty cat
testes.
can even press your noodle back. I shouldn't say that.
You could say that.
No.
You can say the swag's pumping out your testes.
Oh. By the way, I wanted to make sure that you got your ovaries checked because there shouldn't be swag in there.
I did, but they
Bad
said it
joke,
was okay.
everybody. I'm so sorry. That was a bad joke. I apologize. Okay. So you could have made the album. You also directed a video for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
That was a crazy experience, you know, just being on a set that huge, and
Yeah.
it was crazy. They had me mic'd up the whole time, and it was like interesting to see working on that magnitude of like 200 people. We had a goat.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
We had a goat.
A goat.
A goat, a live
To
animal.
eat or to play
No,
with?
to play with.
Interesting.
Yeah,
A
goats
goat.
are expensive. Did you know that?
No, I did not know goats were
Yeah,
expensive.
that goat made more money than anybody else on set that day.
A goat?
Yeah.
Did you guys get to eat him after?
No.
Do you know what goat meat is called?
What?
Do you? I'm just asking, do you?
No.
No?
Goat?
Remember, I'm chubby.
Oh, you eat goats?
No, I don't eat them whole when they're alive. No. Sometimes they're cut up goat and they cook it at like a barbecue.
What is it called?
Mutton.
Oh.
A baby goat, however. What do you mean? What are you, a vegetarian?
Baby goats.
Baby goats are called, well, it's lamb. It's lamb. You eat the lamb.
Lamb chop? I
Lamb
don't
chop.
I don't eat that exotic lamb, duck, fox, whatever the hell you guys eat.
What do you like to eat when you are lifted?
I like to eat Brazilian food.
Churrascaria. So I know you eat meat.
Simone way.
That's from growing up on 24th in Hampshire. Holler. So here's the deal. I have a big belly.
Mm-hmm.
And
So does Santa Claus.
that's great. But now Santa Claus, yes, he has a big belly. He has a big belly too. But so does another man that's in entertainment. And apparently that man's belly is
Waka
so
Flocka.
big. No.
Oh.
Oh, God, he does. What is up with that, by the way?
I love Waka Flocka.
I love Waka Flocka
It's the
too.
rapper belly. You know, once you like start eating,
Yeah.
you get the rapper belly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the rapper belly.
That's always nice.
I'm
And-
about to get the rapper belly.
But Waka Flocka, I have at least have the courtesy to cover my wife beater up and my belly with a T-shirt that's a little bit stretched out. He just walks around with the wife beater in the belly.
Yeah, stretch out the wife beater, you know.
And I don't want to get racial, but he doesn't put lotion on. Put some lotion on.
How close have you been to Waka Flocka?
Very close.
Damn it, I'm jealous.
Why?
Because I haven't been that close to him.
He was just here in
I
town.
wanna rub lotion on him.
You
On
okay.
his elbows.
All right, so this is definitely one of those things that's gonna have to go to the blogs. You heard it here first. Kreayshawn wants to hook up with Waka Flocka Flame.
And rub lotion on him.
She wants to Waka his Flocka.
I want to flocka his waka.
Which leads me to an interesting question, and his last name is Flame. What is your sexual preference? Because you say that you like
and his
chicks.
last name is Flame. Nice lead-in.
You like that? That's called a segue, ladies and gentlemen. Because you were on your song, you know, because I have listened to your stuff. Because after Gucci Gucci, I was like, you know what? I want to see what.
You're gonna see all the crazy videos I made.
I did go see them all, and I like that song that you got the sample for Gucci Gucci from.
Yeah.
The,
Bumpin'
One Big
Bumpin'.
Room full of bad bitches. And that's a dope song. By the way, if you haven't heard that song yet or seen the video, go to YouTube at Kreayshawn, right?
Yeah.
And check out that video.
Bumpin'.
And in that, you say that you're into chicks. So which one is it? Is it Waka Flocka Flame or is it chicks?
You know, I don't like putting labels on stuff.
Okay.
I think labels separate us.
Okay.
You know, I don't see love in color or in gender.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So.
Are you into married men?
Sure.
Yeah. Chubby married men?
Let me see your ring.
I don't wear one.
Your wife must be pissed.
The only ring I wear is a cock one. Kidding.
So your husband must be pissed.
No, stop it.
That's why you don't have the ring. It's not legal yet.
Speaking of, do me a favor and say hi to JV for me.
Hey, JV.
That's not my husband, by the way.
He
That's
loves you.
No. That's not what
He
this is
loves
going.
you.
No.
He wants to officially get married once it's legal.
No. I don't. I really don't.
He needs his ring.
I don't want a ring. No, especially not one with him. All I'm saying is, you earlier. So let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
Let's get the dirt out. Let's talk about it real quick.
Let's
just
keep
to
it clean.
clarify. And please don't give me an MTV answer.
Oh, okay.
Ustream.
You want to use stream?
There was something about bellies, small penises, and rapping and grunting. Would you like to comment on that?
Yeah, you know, I said one thing there. I say one thing with my partners, but you know, as a funny person and a comedian, it was funny. It wasn't like, you know, anything against him as a person.
As a person with man boobs and a big belly.
Yeah.
It was offensive to me because I didn't know if we would get along at that point.
Really?
But I'm glad that we did. And
Are
that
you
we
serious?
do. And that we have a deal. No, I'm not serious.
Oh, because I was about to say, like, you know, that's all for good. That's good fun.
I only grunt when I have to climb upstairs.
Yeah, maybe that's where he got it from.
Oh, no. Okay. So do we have any idea on when the album is coming out at this point?
I'm going to say October, but I just say that. But definitely before the end of the year.
Okay. If you want to get to know about Kreayshawn, get to know more about her. The reason that I really do like you is because of the open letter you wrote to your fans.
Oh, yeah. I like to do those.
And people who hated you. What was the website on that?
Tumblr. Kreayshawn.tumblr.com.
And congratulations on the MTV Video Music Award nomination.
Yeah, y'all watch.
Best New Artist.
You guys watch because I'm hosting too, so I get to bother people like you.
And I hope they don't put you behind Adele because no one will see you.